Hi, good evening, everyone. So, welcome everyone in our course ArcGIS Model Builder. And as you know, this course is very important for those who are currently working in GIS data. And let's suppose their designation is GIS engineer and they want to come to the GIS analyst. So, they have to know about the model builder because ultimately in any company, if you are working, so everyone want to reduce the manual effort. They want to reduce the error. They want to do the things in the automated way. So for all these things, ArcGIS Model Builder is very useful. Like even in the front screen, you can see like we have mentioned here, this is for the fast processing. If you want to do things in the fast way, then we can use the Model Builder. Automate the repetitive GIS task, real-time spatial analysis. There is no coding required, boost your career opportunities and hands-on real GIS project. These are the just a gist of the model builder, how and where we are using. In our entire course, many more things we are going to going to discuss and many more things we are going to do. So before going to start things, first I just want to introduce myself. My name is Yogesh Sharma and I am working in Yo4 GIS Solutions and I have around 22 year of experience in GIS development. And my this is my hobby to motivate the people who are working in the GIS data side to come to the GIS development. So in that basically, if you are also working in the GIS data side or you're working as a GIS data engineer, so this course is very useful for you. It will basically at least it will up your level one step. Okay. So what is this basically course introduction? In the course, this is the certificate course of building the geoprocessing model using the ArcGIS Pro. And in this course, we are going to use the ArcGIS Pro to create the geoprocessing model. And the duration of the course is approximately 10 hours, and it means it will take around 10 sessions to finish the course. And the prerequisites of this course is you should have the basic knowledge of the ArcGIS Desktop or ArcGIS Pro. If you have the basic knowledge of the ArcGIS Desktop and or ArcGIS Pro, then you will not face any problem. And what are the software required to do the practice, do the hands-on? So any software, if you have ArcGIS Desktop or ArcGIS Pro, it is good to go. And normally, if you guys are working with the ArcGIS, then definitely you will have the ArcGIS Desktop or ArcGIS Pro, so you can use. Now the thing is, this course is designed for whom? Who can basically take this course? So anyone have 1 year of at least 1 year of experience in the geospatial industries. This 1 year experience is required because you should have basic knowledge of the GIS data. You should know about what is the shape file, what is the feature class, what is the data set, what is the field, what is the table, and someone who involved in the geoanalytical process. So if in your company, simply if you are in the digitization field, like if you are just doing creating the line, point, line and polygon, then maybe this will basically it is not useful for your current profile, but definitely you have to grow up. You have to grow up and you have to try for the next level. So if you want to go to the next level, then this course is very useful because ultimately after creation of the data, the next level is the analytics. Now after that, if you want to do some complex spatial analysis, then this course is off for you. Required some type of the analysis task in the repeated manner, means if you in your company or in your project something if you want to do on the daily basis, something if you want to do in repeated way, then definitely this is useful for you. Become a stronger and more competitive GIS professional. Let's suppose if you are currently working in the as a GIS data engineer, then definitely this will be very helpful for your professional growth. And if you are working with the ArcGIS, then definitely this is very, very useful because Model Builder is working only with the ArcGIS Desktop or ArcGIS Pro. You cannot use this Model Builder in QGIS. So anyone who is working with the ArcGIS, only those people can use. Now after that, what are the benefit of the this course we have? We have the add-on your existing GIS analysis knowledge. So if you are, as I already explained you, if you are working in the GIS data preparation, then it will be add-on. Makes you different from the team members. Definitely means if you will understand and if you will implement model builder in your team, then definitely your team members and your management will recognize you. You step towards the lead. So definitely, if you are going to do a good job, then you will be promoted as a team lead. Improve company growth. Ultimately, if you are going to save the time, save the manual effort, then definitely it will be impact on the company growth as well. Completeness of the ArcGIS Pro and desktop knowledge. So without model builder, we cannot say कि we know everything in ArcGIS desktop or ArcGIS Pro. If you have experience, then you have to know about the model builder. Do GIS programming task without programming. This is a very important part. If you want to do something that is background of the model builder is the Python, but you are not going to work with Python. You are not going to write a single line of the Python, but everything will work as a programming task. So this is very, very useful. So accelerate your productivity as well. Then after move to the next level of the GIS analysis. So if we want to move to the next level of the GIS, then definitely this course is very, very useful for you. Now, after that, what are the learning outcomes we will have for this course? So, after the completion of the course, you are able to create a toolbox in the Arc toolbox. Change application level geoprocessing options. If you require any geoprocessing tool in your project, or if you want a series of the geoprocessing tool to your project, then you can able to do this thing. Construct a model. You will be able to create a model, and that model will be the combination of the tools. So in single click you can run multiple tools. Loop a model using an iterator and can control the order of the operation. So in model builder, basically we will have the iterator. Iterator means what? Iterator means anything which we are going to execute in the repeated way. After that, control a model to a model tool and embed with the another model. So if you want to connect one model to another model, that also you will do after completion of this course. Then embed existing Python script and expose as a script tool to the geoprocessing. Means in ArcGIS model builder, we have the inbuilt facility. We can convert your model to the Python script so that later on, if you want to develop a more elegant model, more useful model, then that Python script we can use and we can enhance that one. And we can run the tool on the scheduler. Let's suppose if you want to run the tool on schedule basis, let's suppose you want to run the tool every day 3 o'clock, then these kind of things you can do if we have knowledge of the model builder. Now after that, the first step which basically we require to understand the model builder, that is the geoprocessing. And I know you guys, because if you guys already have experience in the ArcGIS, definitely you knows about the geoprocessing. So in ArcGIS or in GIS, geoprocessing is referred to the performing operations on the spatial data to generate new information. Like if I have given you one road feature class and I ask you, I want to create a 5 meter buffer or I want to create a 1 meter buffer. So everyone knows this thing we can do with the help of what? With the help of the geoprocessing tool. So in ArcGIS, geoprocessing is basically using the performing of the operation on the spatial data. And some of the example already I have given: creating the buffer around the road, clipping administrative boundary, overlay land use and soil data, converting data format. Like if you have the feature class, I want to convert feature class to shape file. I can easily convert. You can also easily convert that thing. So in ArcGIS desktop, geoprocessing tools allow us to manipulate, analyze, and manage a spatial data set. Now, after that, normally, if let's suppose if you have one task, suppose we want to identify villages within the 2 kilometer of the river. Normally, if we don't know about the geoprocessing, sorry, if we don't know about the model builder, so what we will do? We will execute the tool one by one. Means our target is want to identify the village within the 2 kilometer of a river. So first I will identify the river. We will create the buffer, 2 kilometer buffer. Then after we will use the overlay analysis. In the overlay analysis, we will use the village layer to get the village which are inside the 2 kilometer area. After that, we will select the village. Then after we will export the data. So here the thing is for one task, you are going to do three, four independent tasks, and then after we will get the final result. So ultimately, it is what? Ultimately, this process is time consuming process. So this is the point where basically we can use the power of the model builder. We can create some chain. We can create some flow. Using that flow, we can run each tool one by one without clicking individually. Just one click and all the tools will run and you will get the final output. So why geoprocessing is important for us? Because in ArcGIS, in our daily life, in our daily life, in our daily work, what we are doing in ArcGIS, we are transforming the spatial data, we are combining the multiple data sets, we are extracting useful geographic information, we are performing the spatial analysis, we will support the decision making. So all these analysis ultimately what we are doing in GIS, these all analysis are going to support to take any decision. That is the very important and one of the very important thing for the GIS. So if you are not going to do any analysis, if you are not going to use any geoprocessing, so GIS is simple a map viewer, nothing more than that. But when we are using the geoprocessing, then your normal static map viewer will become a analytical tool, or we can do many different kind of analysis to get the better decision. Now after that, how the geoprocessing is work, as we know, any geoprocessing tool what you have used till now, in that tool, first we have to give the input data. This is the first step. Second step is what the geoprocessing tool we are using, and third step is the output. These are the three basic component what we have in any geoprocessing tool. So input data, this is the spatial data that we want to analyze. Then after we have a geoprocessing tool. What kind of geoprocessing we want to do, that we need to select. We want to do the buffer, clip, intersect, dissolve or merge. And then after third one is we need to select the output location. So whatever the things you are going to do, where you are going to store the output, that is for the output data. So these are the three major steps what we are doing in any geoprocessing tool. After that, in ArcGIS, there are hundred of geoprocessing tools are there. I am not able to write all the geoprocessing tool names here, but in our daily life, in our daily work, these are the tools what we are frequently using. So why we have categorized this in six different category: data management, analysis tool, conversion tool, spatial statistics tools, network analysis tool, and raster analysis tool. In the data management, we will have the copy features, merge data set, create feature class, add field, delete field. These all tools is helpful for any data management. For the analysis, we will have the buffer, clip, intersect, union, and arrays. For the conversion tool, we have many tools like raster to polygon, polygon to raster, feature to feature, layer to KML, KML to layer. So these all are the frequently used operation what we are doing on our daily task. Especially statistics tools, hotspot analysis. Normally, hotspot analysis we are using in the crime analysis, cluster analysis. We have mean center, spatial autocorrection. When we are coming to the network analysis, so in the network analysis, normally it is working when we are working with the any kind of network. Maybe you are working with the road network, maybe you are working with the electric network or water network. So when we are working with the road network, so we can find the shortest path, we can do the route analysis, we can find the service area analysis. Then we have the raster analysis where we can easily find the slope, aspect, hill shade and reclassify. These are the some tools what I have mentioned here. Maybe some of the tools definitely you have used. Some people have used vector based tool. Some people have used raster based tool. That is again depends upon what kind of project you are working. If you are working a project which is totally depends upon the vector data, so definitely you are going to use the vector based data tool. If you are working in the raster like slope analysis, aspect analysis, hillshade analysis, then definitely you will be exploring the raster analysis tool. Now after that, what is called the GIS workflow. So let's suppose as I explained you previously, in GIS normally we are not doing a single, we are not running a single project in a in single geoprocessing tool in a project, because any task, any kind of analysis is required multiple tools. Correct? Let's suppose as I explained you in the previous example, you have the road, you are going to create a buffer, then you are going to clip, then intersect, then you are getting the final layer. In GIS it is not like one tool you have run and you get the output. We have to run the multiple tools, we have to run multiple geoprocessing tool, then we are getting final data. So here the thing is, if you are going to run each and every tool single or each and every tool individually, then definitely it will be time consuming, and maybe there you will get or this is the high chance of the error. But when we will create one workflow, when we will create a workflow, in the workflow, what is that, which tool we want to run first, then based on the first tool output we will take second tool. The output of the first tool will be the input of the second tool, the output of the second tool will be the input of the third tool. So like that, when we are creating this, that is called what, that is called the workflow. So workflow is a step-by-step process to performing the multiple geoprocessing operation to achieve a final result. And when we are talking about the workflow, then basically that workflow is possible only with the help of what? Only with the help of the model builder. What are the challenges we will face if we are going to run this thing manually, means one by one? So first thing is, if we run the tool manually, it is repetitive. Again and again you need to run the tool. Maybe something if you forget in between, then your data will be lost. It is a time consuming. So if you are going to run 10 tools, so you have to sit on your chair, you have to run tools one by one, then definitely it will what, time consuming. It increase the chance of the error, it is difficult to reproduce the result. So these are the problems what we are facing when we are doing the things manually. So now all these problems is going to solve with the help of what? With the help of the model builder. What exactly model builder? Normally we are saying model builder is a visual programming language. What is the meaning of the visual programming language? The meaning of the visual programming language, there you no need to write the code. You no need to write the code. Everything we need to do the drag and drop. You just drag and drop, do the settings, give the proper in variables values, and just run it. So because of that reason, we are saying model builder is a visual programming environment in ArcGIS desktop that allows user to create a automated workflow. So if someone asks you what is the model builder, so actually model builder is a visual programming language or visual programming environment in ArcGIS desktop that allows us to create the workflow. So instead of running tool one by one, we can create a model that perform the entire process automatically. So what are the key benefits we will get if we will create the model builder and run it? Automate repetitive GIS task, reduce the human error, save time, create reusable workflow, no coding required. So there is no coding required. Maybe sometimes some people are afraid about the coding. So that model builder is a best choice for those people who are afraid about the coding. They can basically simply learn the model builder, drag and drop the geoprocessing, set the variables and run it. Now after that, what are the advantages of the model builder we have? So model builder automation, run multiple tools automatically, time saving. This is the complex workflow can run in a second. Reusability, same model if I want to run, so I can create a model I can share with my team. So everyone can use the same model. So definitely times also save, effort also save, and output we will get quickly. So and reusability also there means if you have created the tool and that tool multiple people can use. So this is the model is basically is called this property is called the reusability. After that, error reduction. Whenever in any process, not in the model builder, in any process, if manual intervention will be less, then definitely error will be also less. Then after easy visualization. So because this is a visual programming language, then here basically you can everything, each and every process you can easily see and understand. Now after that, what is the learning roadmap of the model builder? So first thing is we have to understand about the model builder. Then we will start with create model builder. Then we will do the creation of the iteration. Iteration means multiple. If I let's suppose in your in we have one feature class or we have one shape file for all the state, and I have road of complete India. Now I have one task. I want to create multiple road shape file based on the state. What is our task? I have one shape file for entire for all the states. I have one shape file for the road. Now my requirement is I want to create multiple road shape file based on the state. So if I give you this task and if you don't know about the model builder, just think how you are going to do this thing. So if we know the model builder within 5 minutes, within 2 minutes, you just create a model, run it, and you will get the output based on what? Based on the different state, you will get the road shape files. Model builder as a geoprocessing tool, how we can use the model builder as a geoprocessing tool. And like how, there is a facility you can export the model as a Python also. So later on, if you want to develop more complex model builder with Python, so that also you can learn and you can move forward. So these are the things what basically we are going to learn in our course. And in our course, after each session, we will have we will have the practice questions as well as we have MCQs. so that everyone will be attend the session seriously. So now we have done this thing. Now I am coming to the questionnaire. So just give me 1 minute. We'll have questionnaire. So whatever the things we have learned till now, based on that only we have the questions. So like here, what is the geoprocessing? What is the geoprocessing in GIS? So you can see these questions, and I will basically give you this PDF so you can do practice, and so that it will be kind of revision. Okay, so like what is the geoprocessing in GIS? It will help to perform the operation on the spatial data. Which of the following is an example of the geoprocessing? So like here, zooming the map is not the example. Buffering road is the example of the geoprocessing. What is the main purpose of the geoprocessing? We can basically do what? We can visualization, data storage, generate new information. Which software support geoprocessing tool? So ArcGIS Desktop or ArcGIS Pro. What are the three main component of the geoprocessing? We will have the input tool and output, which is not an input data example. So here basically not the input data example means like we have the road, we have the river, we have the buffer tool. So buffer tool is basically name of the tool. This is not the example of the input data. So like this, we have all these questions. So everyone please go through these questions. And even I have given here the answer as well. So it will help you for revision of each session. So everyone please take this one seriously and do properly. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining the session. We will have next session on Wednesday, same time.